These teams play very similarly, actually, right? Both of them are quite compact, quite quiet until they're able to spread out a little bit more, able to take those fights, able to push other teams away. They're very other team focused, right? For me, okay, Aurora just has a little bit more of that expertise in this. They've been doing this for a lot longer, this kind of strategy. And so even though they don't have that win, they have a win, but they don't have the 3 that S2G have. Yep. I think there still could be something. S2G have 3 wins, but over the course of the last 2 days, they've been very hot and cold. They either are out in last or they win a massive game. So it's for me, I'm on the fence because I think Aurora has that better consistency, but S2G have proven to us more that they can win, and when it comes to that Smash rule, it's whoever wins.
Yeah, I mean, you're going very gameplay specific here, which is great to hear about that, but I have 2 players that I'm looking at for both teams. HamCG maybe getting his 2nd international trophy, right? Won PMGC a few years ago back in Jakarta with actually S2G, right? He's still on that lineup. And then you have Top, that's gotten so many global MVPs in the past, same as Doc, right? I would love to see them get an MVP award. It would be cool. But I feel like the trophy and a $500,000 prize pool would be huge to get 7.
It would be, and I think for his legacy, for his career, as well as where he's probably getting towards the later end of his career, this would be the perfect time for him to end up winning a global championship, especially the way that he was able to perform last year. He'll be able to pick it up, and I just want to see Aurora pop off. I want to see what would happen when all those teams pop off. Other teams that are going to be popping off and that are going to be looking to actually perform here are going to be Ulf and Furia. Furia, they need to start seeing that aggressiveness again, because that was the best time, and stay away from driving around. Drive-bys, no.
They love using the cars in these finishes, especially Ayala. Gonna calm it down, especially when pushing onto E-Arena in that open finish outside of Yasnaya Lake. But we had so many great moments that really stood out for Furia and also Ulf, right? The Wolf pack and also the Jaguar pack were also looking really strong at this moment. But in particular, I'm looking at these teams, they kept getting 2nd places, right? You're looking at Furia, 2nd place in PMMI, snatched away with a smash ruling by Nongshim Red Force. Then you're looking at Ulf, PMGO Season 1 in Jakarta, 2nd place. PMGC before that, 2nd place just behind Alpha 7. They've been close so many times in the past, but it's time to put those rumors to bed. The Sukkening is not happening. Can we call it that? Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, we have the Dockening, we have the Sukkening. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, wait, that can go. Wait. We'll do that next, just for you. We'll make that happen.
It used to be the Alpha 7, but then that's not a thing anymore because they ended up winning. And now they just exactly.
Oh, no. I'm very intrigued to see both of these teams here. Just to add to your point, Max, is for me, looking how both of these teams play, Furia is very methodical, very calculated, so that kind of feels like they're a little bit slow, but they're very proactive. They will make a fight happen, whereas Ulf, they're more reactive. And so when you come to those 2 different strategies, it's kind of going to be really interesting to see, as the smash comes in, as that pressure comes in, who's actually going to benefit from that.
Yeah, one person that it's currently not with us, but I know that they definitely want to talk about Furia, especially with their driver license, is none other than Lace. Lace, I don't know where you're currently at, so let's see if she's going to give the driver license back to Furia or just give it away.
Look, this is what we're going to discuss. Kalaris, Jackie, and Lace here. Obviously, we have our teams that are leading the pack, the Arenas, Aurora, Nongshim. But we are going to talk about Rondo, specifically the map coming up, along with our middle pack teams. And one of these teams, Kalaris, for Thrives, our PMWC champions at 77 points. What are their expectations today, especially going into Rondo?
I think they've got to make some adjustments, to say the least. Obviously, our first day, second day for Thrives, they were looking a bit of a shadow of their former selves compared to what we saw in the group stage. They looked a bit more opportunistic there, as well as able to allow Falak's gunplay to really kind of flex out against some of these teams. So I need to see them just almost take a few more risks, but just kind of find themselves like a bit more forcefully moving into some of these circles, as opposed to sitting on the edge meekly and not really kind of doing much.
And Rondo's the map to take risks, right? Yeah. We expect this is where you will gather most of those eliminations. And obviously, they got to chat a little bit about Furia, but Jackie, I want to pick your brain about Furia, because we all know how I feel in their drive-by special, but this is a team that sort of can maximize eliminations, and they are at 74 points. What do you think expectations lie on Furia coming into this?
I think they know domestically how to approach Smash rules. They're going to be playing a little bit more aggressive here. They're going to basically come into this one with the mindset of we need big games, right? Not only do you need to go into it with the mindset of we need 11 to 14 elims in this game. That's the kind of safety net. Anything above that's a blessing, James. But you've got to target teams above you as well. Realistically, break their legs on the way if you have to stop them getting into a safe position in Smash.
This is the crazy thing about those kind of mid-pack teams is that I think they're going to need a little bit of divine intervention from elsewhere to be able to catch up, and then they probably need themselves 2 wins along the way, whilst also figuring out the fact that somebody could quite easily finish it before those 2 wins even come their way as well. So there is some of that does come in. For Furia, they've been on the absolute other end of this, losing out PMMI to Nongshim Red Force that were able to smash, despite Furia having more points than them at the end. So for Furia, they don't want that to be occurring again.
They don't. I like the way that you said that. Let's just hope the top teams kind of fall out, giving these middle pack teams an absolute opportunity and chance to do so. But of course, we're going to have to wait and see. But 7, I am going to bestow the driver's license back to Furia so they can do the absolute craziness it is Rondo in this map.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Let's see what kind of craziness we're going to be getting here in Rondo coming up. But I know with everything going on here at EWC 26, there's a lot of movement happening within the club championship. So, Glitter, what's currently going on with the club championship?
To get through, so let's dive into it. We have had so much going on here in our championship weekend, and right now 2 grand finals have officially completed. Yesterday over in chess, it was Magnus Carlsen who was able to take home the title when he faced off against Denis Lazovic. That of course means that Liquid got the 1,000 points when it comes to the club championship, and AGAL were managing to get that 750 points that were already accounted for last time we spoke. But that wasn't the only grand finals that happened. We then moved on over to the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet, where we had Rainbow Six Siege finishing their grand finals as well. That was a massive face-off between 2 Brazilian orgs in Furia and FaZe, and at the end of the day, it was FaZe who was able to take home the win despite all of the support from the Furia fans in the crowd. Both of those squads are also in the club championship as well, so some points on the board for them. But now we're focusing on what we've got going on here today, because we have 2 more grand finals that will be ending today. One of them will be in Rocket League. Now, they still have to determine which teams will make their way through to their grand finals, as they'll be starting off with their semifinals matches here today. And these are going to be some big ones when it comes to the club championship side of things, because on the top side of the bracket, we have KC versus Falcons. And we know how everyone is keeping their eyes on Falcons to see what they're able to do with the points. Then on the bottom side of the bracket, we have SSG and NIP. So it's going to be an action-packed day from Rocket League as well. But Seven, I'm going to send it back on over to you so we can get into what we have going on in PUBG Mobile today.
Shout out to the amazing Glitter Explosion, getting all those updates, running around to every single stage, and just keeping us updated with what's going on within that club championship ranking. But right now, I want to get some predictions out of you guys, because we've been getting the predictions out of the viewers. Max, which is the team that's going to be eliminated first in Rondo?
Oh, I thought we wanted like a pick of who's going to win. Eliminated first, Aurora. It seems like something they would do.
That's crazy. That's wild.
No. For you, I'm going to switch it up.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Slow down.
All right.
Which team is going to be winning Rondo?
Which team is going to be winning Rondo? 4 Thrives.
Yes!
Do it.
It ain't happening. Sorry, guys.
Dang.
Don't listen to him.
No. Hold on. That might be a good thing, because they might be able to just reverse that curse. And it could be a blessing here for 4 Thrives. But ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking enough. We've been waiting for this moment to start. And I think it's time we get started with PMWC at EWC 26, the final day.
journey has been relentless and the finish line is in sight. Just 6 maps sit between your team and the PMWC title.
But Barney, the Smash rule is here, so anyone who reaches 122 points can snatch the victory with one last chicken dinners and become our champion.
There's something brutally honest about the final day.
Indeed.
Don't give me excuses, just give me results. My name is Barney Banks and I'm your host alongside the awesome Looty. And welcome to Smash Sunday!
I hope you're ready, Atom, because we are ready. So it's time to welcome one last time our finalists on stage, starting with Al Hula Club Esports!
Orangutan!
Esports!
Team Vitality!
Godlike Esports!
Hora Esports!
Team Flash!
Tianba!
Furia!
Four Thrives Esports!
Wolf Esports!
Nigma Galaxy!
S2G Esports!
Aurora Gaming!
Nongshim Red Force!
And finally, leading the charge, we have E-Arena! Every single one of these teams has proven that they belong on the Gadia City grid. Today, they fight to be the last team standing.
Only one key will remain intact. After Alpha 7 and Yangon Galacticos, the throne sits empty, and Paris demands a champion. The dawn of the final is here. This is PMWC 2026 at EWC.
Months of preparation, thousands of hours played, and sacrifices have led to this point. Life-changing money sits on the horizon, and a legacy that dreams are made of.
We saw it in the group stage, we saw it in the survival stage. These teams are here for a reason, and every single one of them can actually clutch it all and become our PMWC champion.
Rondos we've had at this event have been ludicrous. There's been so many huge games. E-Arena, one team that's already shown we can break records here live at EWC. So yeah, I think it's going to be a spicy start on Rondos.
That's how they finish it! Thailand makes a stand here at EWC. An incredible 39-pointer!
E-Arena barely made it here into the finals, and now they're looking on top of the leaderboards. If they could just continue to be a little bit consistent, we should be able to see them win the whole thing.
It's just Raouf, and that is it. E-Arena get the first chicken dinner here today.
วกเรารู้ดีครับว่ามีอะไรเป็นเดิมพัน
प्रेशर तो है हम इसके लिए तैयार भी हैं और बाकी हम यहाँ पे compete करने आए हुए हैं
My opinion on Four Thrives is that they're actually a very talented team. I think they've got a lot of firepower. They're proving that in a LAN environment like this internationally, they can show up and be a dark horse to contend. They've got championship mentality, and I think we're going to see that today.
Oh, it gets the secure. Four Thrives finally shut down the arena.
The team that surprised me the most got to be Nigma Galaxy. I mean, they were getting hot dropped by Ida almost the whole tournament, and they're at the top of leaderboards. They can actually win this whole thing.
Down to the last man in Joel. They need to isolate the peak as he hits Lord Heavy, but he's gone. That is insane. I got to eat my words on that one as well. I mean, for